Hey folks, welcome to Guitar Daily. It's Nick Granville coming to you from Wellington, New Zealand. Today I thought I'd talk about Oye Como Va. If you saw the video that came out yesterday, you'll see that I played over Carlos Santana's version of the Tito Puente classic called Oye Como Va. I've always enjoyed this tune. It's kind of a fun tune. I love that Latin groove thing that's going on. It's just awesome. Santana, I was a big fan of Santana and still am. I think he's a legend, and rightfully so. He's going to go down as one of the greatest guitar players of all time. I've actually been lucky enough, I've seen him play live. A friend of mine, Dave Mathews, plays keyboards in Santana's band, so we were in Auckland on tour, and Dave hooked us up with some tickets, so we went to go and see Santana, and it was a really good show. It was great. He played his ass off, played all the stuff, all the songs, and the opening act was the Doobie Brothers. So how cool was that? Anyway, today I thought I'd talk about kind of how I approached that song, right? So there's a couple of things that happen. It's sort of built around this 2-5 thing. A minor to D7. In this case, I'm playing D9 and I'm playing A minor 7, but color that as you please, right? It's kind of built around this, right? Let's go neck pickup. Right, and then you have the melody. The first part of the melody. So on and so on, and then the main vocal, Oye Como Va bit. Right, so I of course was always going to play those parts. And then of course there's the hits. One of the key things there is I've got this delay on my tone there, right? Excuse me. You have to have your tap tempo to tempo it into the tune. If it's out of sync with the tune, it's just going to be dreadful and going to mess up the whole groove, right? So that was sort of my first approach. And then the next section, soloing over these two chords, right? I was thinking Dorian. Right, this sort of thing. But I was also kind of thinking the arpeggios for each chord, so A minor 7 to D7. To D7. And all across the neck, you know. And so I was taking that approach, but I was also taking the approach of kind of implying the 5 chord that happens there. So this sort of sound coming back. Now, it's never actually played in that backing track, which, by the way, is just one I got off YouTube. It's Santana Oye Como Va backing track by SMZ Guitar. I'll link it below. I always try to do that, and sometimes I forget to, but most of the time I try to. Anyway, and I was kind of implying this E7 thing to get me back there. I've talked about this a bit, about playing the altered scale, but for those that are new here, you'll find this useful, and for those who are not new here, then hopefully this is reinforcing more of what I've talked about a bit on Guitar Daily. But I'm thinking E altered, which is really just the F melodic minor starting from the E. So I start here and I play basically a major scale with a flattened third. If you're not sure about that, then go back and check out the full video I did on the altered scale. And I want to know that across the neck. Right? In all the different places it occurs. And then into A minor. The other one I was implying too, a little bit, was instead of the E7, I'll imply the tritone sub of that, which is like a B flat 7, right? Which ends up being the exact same thing, and in which case I play Lydian dominant. You see, it's just really E altered, but coming from a different perspective. Now I'm thinking it's really easy to see, because now I can go A minor, and then when I want to do that kind of turnaround pointed bit, I'll just play this, right? Because you don't want to do this with the thing with playing these more out sounds. You don't want to do them at the beginnings of things, right? You do it like if you're thinking in 4 or 8 bar chunks. When you get to the 8th bar, that's the spot to kind of put it in, right? So those are a couple of things that I was thinking. I was also occasionally thinking G sharp diminished and a bunch of other things, you know, but But that's the basic gist of it. Now, when I'm improvising something like that, I'm really acutely listening to what's going on. I don't know if you notice it, but I actually got a text message part way through recording that. Now, if you're watching that video closely, you'll probably see it on my face going, crap. Because it came up on my phone as a notification while I'm playing this, and thought I was going to have to start again. And I don't do more than one take on either stuff, right? I just do one take, put it. I don't have time. You know what I mean? Sure, I could do it better if I did it again a couple of times. You know, maybe I'd iron out things or figure out things. And with the backing tracks like that one there, I don't think I've played over that one ever before. So sort of I'm not sure exactly what's going to go on. So I'm listening really intently. And then, of course, there's that organ solo. Now, I could have dropped back to some rhythm guitar, but I was kind of thinking, no, I want to trade with the organ. So I'm listening really closely to what the organ player was playing and trying to, like, complement it, right? But the thing is, like, think of it like conversation. You know, maybe the organ player's speaking, and then you'll speak, and then he'll speak, and you'll speak, or she, whatever, and the conversation's going back and forth, right? But then at some points, two people, you know, kind of cross over a little bit, and maybe someone talks a little longer than the other person, just like conversation. So I was kind of thinking of all that stuff. Then I heard the organ player do that classic kind of roll thing that organ players do. So I went to something like this that kind of is as close as I could probably get. Maybe something like that might be a little closer to it, but you get the idea, you know, where organ players can do those things. There's a lot of techniques they can do that we can't really do on guitar. You know how they'll hold one note and then play the other notes underneath? We can kind of do that, but it doesn't really sound the same. Can't really do the trilly chord things that they can do, but then we can bend notes that they can't in the same kind of way, so each to their own. But those were some of my approaches on Oye Como Va. I hope you found that useful. I've been meaning to do one of these videos on the Stevie Wonder tune, which the Michael Jackson, I Can't Help It, which I actually posted a video, a solo from a live gig with Tabani Gapara, which was a really fun gig, playing his African jazz stuff. But we finished a set with that song, and at the outro he said, "Go for gold, man, play me a big solo." So I did. Don't have to ask me twice. So, but I've been meaning to do a breakdown of what I did in that particular solo, so we'll do that soon. And I'll be back with my usual live streams on Sunday. And if you live in the Palmerston North area, or even, you know, just want to make a road trip, I'm playing up there for the Blues and Roots Festival with my friend Neil Billington, harmonica player. So it's harmonica and guitar, and we're going to lead the band. And then we've got Darren Mathiasen playing drums, one of my favourite drummers, and Elliot Foymano playing bass, one of my favourite bass players. Those boys are funky. So we'll be playing some blues, but it'll be blues with jazz influences and you know, some kind of funky things and some rumbery type things, and then some Chicago blues and Texas blues, and some jazz blues. It'll be a mix of all kinds of things. But one thing's guaranteed is those boys can throw down when needed, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I'm kind of thinking, which guitar should I take? I'm kind of tempted to take this, you know. Or maybe I'll take the headless guitar. That'll be kind of fun, right? Just take it and just be like, it's a blues gig, so what? I'm gonna play this, right? This future modernistic looking guitar. Works for me. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. If you've been around for a while, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have subscribed, then thank you so much. I appreciate everyone being here. I appreciate your comments. And yeah, take care. I will see you soon. Cheers.